Okay, so changing the index of summation. It can sometimes be useful if you're trying to add series or something where you want it to both be started in the same place. But as I said, on my test or quiz, you don't have to worry about it. But what you're going to do is, see, there's the 1, and then there's the n minus 1. So sometimes instead of having the n minus 1, you might want it just to be to the n. So you can switch the index of summation back. I like to do it actually explicitly when writing it out, because what you're doing is you're changing, we're going to change, and we're going to do k equals n minus 1, right? And then n is just k plus 1. So for every n, you'll put in k plus 1, right? And here, your starting point, when n equals 1, then k would be 0. So this guy is the same as this guy. Okay. And I like using a different variable just because I think it's confusing when all the n's just become n's. The n becomes n plus 1, and sometimes n minus 1, or whatever. So I think it's a lot clearer if you just write it out with a different variable. Now, if you're clear on what you're doing and you don't want to write it out in a different variable, you just want to go with n and you do it right, that's fine. I don't care. But at first, sometimes it's a little bit easier to use that extra variable. Now, also, not necessarily do you want to go forward or want to go back. The reason they do this a lot is just to get the x to the n or the x to the k rather than some other weird thing. Here's another example where we're going to shift it forward. And this is going to be x to the n plus 2. So if instead of having an n plus 2, I just wanted it to be x to the n, or let's just do x to the k, right? K equals n plus 2, right? K minus 1 is going to be n plus 1. K minus 2 is going to be n. And when n equals 0, k equals 2. So if instead of having x to the n, I wanted x to the k, then I would shift it the other way. I would start from k equals 2, infinity, 3, k minus 2, 2 to the k minus 1, and x to the k here. I think that in the WebAssign for this section 11.9, you need to be a little bit careful, because if they do shift it, like if they're looking for an answer with the n equals 0 and you put the thing with the n equal 1, then you have to shift it back. So that, I think, might be where you see it. But as I said, for my purposes, these are really two equivalent things. I don't think one is necessarily any better or worse than the other. So they're the same.